25th to 12th overall in the draft to take quarterback Deshaun Watson. Over the past 2 years at Clemson, Watson produced a Power 5 high 31 touchdown passes on throws 20 yards or more downfield. That's something Bill O'Brien and company struggled with in 2016. The Texans quarterbacks combined for an NFL worst 19% completion rate on such attempts last year. So, pick 6 of Deshaun Watson's top plays from Clemson. This one from September against North Carolina. It's the first pass in his first start at Clemson, hitting Jermon Hopper 74 yards and off to the race.
Quite the way to start. Talk about scheming a guy wide open right there. Wow. Within 10 yards.
October of 2014 against NC State, Watson off the play fake, runs right, leaps over a defender into the end zone for a touchdown, just showing some of the versatility.
Yeah, this is where you can get creative with Deshaun is on first and second down, where you can use some of the read option, the zone read. These are the kind of things that will be interesting to see just how much Bill O'Brien has of this in his offense for him.
Against South Carolina, fakes the handoff, pump fake, take it to the outside, and he's got the nice blocking, and then again, just that athleticism and dives his way into the end zone.
It's like a run-pass option with 3 layers to it, right? When you get 2 separate run options plus that potential bubble pass. He's got so much football intelligence, you can see a lot of that at the NFL level.
2016 national championship against Alabama. Off the play action, Watson throws deep, and he's got Hunter Renfrow for the 31-yard touchdown.
Has anybody ever played against Alabama in back-to-back big-time games the way that Deshaun Watson did? So if he can do that against Alabama, what's to make you think that he can't do it at the NFL level?
You know, that kind of play action right there, that kind of play design is something you're going to see, especially on first and second down. Remember RG3's rookie year? Yep. You saw a ton of it. Yep.
Also looks good against Troy.
Yeah.
35-yard touchdown on the move.
But Troy gave them a lot more than many people thought they could during this game. So what a ridiculous throw on the move from Watson. Going the wrong way and putting it in a spot where only his wide receiver can make a catch, and a heck of a catch by Renfrow as well.
And as Adam mentioned, the back-to-back national championships, starting the drive, 35-31, second and 10, back shoulder to Jordan Leggett for 17 yards.
See, these are the things that are going to ultimately determine his success or failure in the NFL. When he's sitting in the gun, you know you need to have it.
Under
you have
pressure.
3 Ys on the field. That's right.
9
it's a
seconds
big moment.
remaining.
That's when you're going to have to do it.
Yeah, he played his best in the biggest moments.
That's right.
I think Nick Saban thinks that he'll be an excellent pro quarterback.
All right, not to state the obvious, Clemson is not the NFL. You raised the question during that. Just because you have that kind of success at the college level doesn't guarantee anything, but the expectations are huge.
Well, listen, Bill O'Brien already has said that Deshaun Watson is ahead of the pace that any rookie quarterback has been on, that he's been around. Now, I don't know how many rookie quarterbacks he's been around, but I think that tells you that they're pleased with what he's shown. And Tom Savage has started only 2 NFL games. He struggled to stay healthy. So at some point, I think Savage is slated to start the opener unless Deshaun Watson comes out and lights up the preseason, in which case he wins the job. But I think they're comfortable with Savage, and at some point, you just wonder if Savage will be able to stay healthy and upright. And if and when that time comes, I think they're entirely comfortable with Deshaun Watson and the things that he can do.
I think what Coach O'Brien is referring to is the fact that, look, with all rookie quarterbacks, it's about how much information can you really just jam-pack into their head, and then they can actually use functionally when it comes time to get up under the center, and the coach is standing back here, and then you have to execute it. And that's where he has also said that Tom Savage right now is far ahead of him. And I think Tom Savage, look, I've talked about this guy since he came out in the draft in 2014. I think Tom Savage is a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL. I think on third down in particular, which is where you judge quarterbacks in the NFL, when teams know you have to throw it, they have their best pass rushers on the field and their best cover guys. That's where I think Tom Savage this year, I think you'll see him take the biggest jump because he's the most comfortable with this offense as right now as he's ever been. And when he was at Pittsburgh, this is the kind of thing that he really excelled at. Look, whether or not he wins the job ultimately, we know what is eventually coming down the road. Deshaun's going to wind up being the quarterback of the future here. But quarterback success, failure, and how guys are given chances and how many chances they are given and how much support they have behind them, we know how much that plays a role in how guys ultimately have their careers turn out.
And think about how much at stake Tom Savage has this season because he's in his contract year.
Right.
So if he plays well and he's Mike Glennon, he makes $16 million. Or if he struggles, he doesn't make anywhere close to that. So when we talk about reality TV, this is reality TV with Tom Savage getting the chance to play for millions of dollars.
I know for a fact there are people who believe that if you give him support, give him time, let him get comfortable in the system, that kid can win football games for you at a starter level. I know that for a fact, that there are people who believe that about him.
His
just may not be in Houston.
is standing behind him, though.
That's right.
DeAndre Hopkins has already given him the stamp of approval as QB1 going into this season. I think Lewis is right. Probably a matter of when, not if, Deshaun Watson takes over. But I think unlike Chicago, where the Trubisky question is going to hang over head coach John Fox probably every week that Mike Lennon doesn't play A-plus football, in Houston it feels like it can be a more organic transition. If this team doesn't meet expectations, the offense really sputters, but the defense is good enough to keep them competitive in that division, then you insert Deshaun Watson. But let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
I believe Savage is going to get the chance to keep playing until at some point physically he can't.
I was going to say, how about stay healthy?
Right.
Well, that's again, I think in a perfect world, he's out there and he's playing well for them, and they don't have to go to Deshaun Watson.
How about just some consistency at quarterback? Under Bill O'Brien in his 3 years, 14 changes at quarterback.